Hello Internet, Sven here. I won't bore you too much. This isn't going to be the most interesting video in the world, I'm afraid, but it's got to be done. I need your help, if you would. If you live in the southeast of England, anywhere around here, and you have an interest in off-road motorcycle riding or 4x4 driving, or you use the byway network, then you need to watch this video very carefully. The local council are trying to close two byways. You may have seen me riding my dirt bike up and down these roads. These are actual roads, and they're trying to close them. Fuller's Farm Road and Silkmoor Lane. Both of these are in Surrey. They're about 75 plus miles from my house, and yet I've ridden both of them on more than one occasion. Now it's funny, the council is stating reasons to close these byways, and they're saying the reasons include a danger to the public. I'm reading as we go here. Dangers to persons other than road traffic and other road users, to prevent the likelihood of any such danger arising, to prevent damage to the road and to any building near the road, and a couple of other reasons I won't bore you too much. It's funny, in closing these lanes, this won't close it to the farm traffic, which has a right to use these lanes. So they cite the damage, which I believe is caused by the farm traffic anyway. They cite the danger, which won't take away the danger of the farm traffic. And yet, talking on the subject of the danger, there's been no reported accidents ever, and there's been no reported dangerous driving to the police, which is interesting. The most annoying thing about these TROs is the fact that they go against the official Surrey County Council policy. And the councillors, the main council if you like, have a policy, and they looked into this and they deemed that a TRO was not necessary. And the Rights of Way team also advised against a TRO. Yes, they did highlight a few reasons for a few potential problems, and they also give ways in which they could be rectified, cutting back the vegetation, erecting speed signs and the like. Mentioning speed, actually, it's very interesting because like I say, I've ridden these lanes. I've recorded their length and how long it took me to ride them, which gives me an average speed of these lanes. Now, I haven't made this specifically because they're about to be TRO'd. You can watch the videos. They were made well over a year ago. And interestingly, I rode them at an average speed, Silkmoor Lane, an average speed of 11.19 miles an hour. Couldn't go much slower for want of stalling the bike. And indeed, Fuller's Farm Lane, 14.21 miles an hour. It's funny, the local residents talk about the illegal motorbike riders racing up and down, and if they're illegal riders, do you really think they're going to pay attention to a little traffic sign that's telling them they're not allowed to use the lane? Of course they're not. If they're riding illegally, they're going to be up and down the byways, bridleways, footpath. They're going to be wherever they want, doing whatever they want, because they're doing it illegally. The other point I should note is that both the byways have a width, an official recorded width by the council of 20 feet. If they're 20 feet wide, does that pose a danger to other people? Do you think it could be used by all users in a safe and comfortable manner? I do. Plenty of passing places for all users. Now, I could go on and on and on, and like I say, I don't want to bore you. What I want you to do is write an objection letter. An objection to the TRO. The TRO is a traffic regulation order, and that is what would close the byways forever. We have less than 4% of the Rights of Way network in Surrey open to us as vehicle users. Less than 4%. And, if you close these two byways, that's going to take that number down. What's interesting is, actually, on that note, if the pedestrians used only 4% of the Rights of Way network, then that 4% would get heavy damage. Of course it would. Everyone's using 4%. Same with the horses, same with anyone. The fact we're restricted to 4%, yes, potentially might cause, in some areas, a little bit of damage. I acknowledge that. But the funny thing is, a lot of this is the heavy agricultural traffic that causes the damage. And indeed, on some of these lanes, people have been out and measured, and worked out the damage. On one of these, I forget which one, and don't quote me exactly, but on one of these, there was only a 50-metre section that was badly damaged. And in fact, it's said that the local council left that part damaged in order to stop people fly tipping, in order to discourage fly tipping. Now, what annoys me, like I say, is the fact that the Surrey councillors have said, this doesn't need TRA, here's some recommendations, here's what we're going to do, we're going to fix the problem, and the local parish councillors have ignored that, and they have a vested interest in the lane, potentially, and it's argued, some people are alleging that, you know, the local councillors live nearby and some other things. And, you know, it's just the fact that they're ignoring all the advice, and you know, to them, I was reading the minutes of the meeting that someone took down, and it seemed to come across, a couple of councillors are quite arrogant and quite, you know, to them it's a done deal, they don't care about anyone else, I live here, you know, I'm going to say what goes. And it really isn't fair. So, what I want from you, if you would, please, a few minutes of your time. We only have until the 27th of this month, August 2010. You've only got to the 27th to get your objection in. You can do it by email. It won't take you long. Look in the description box of this video. There's going to be a whole lot of information. If you want to do lots of reading, good luck to you. It's all there for you to read and object. But, you know, the council haven't followed the correct procedures as far as we're concerned, and, you know, an objection does need to be made. They don't have a just cause for closing these byways. I mean, listen, seriously, I wouldn't mind, you know, if they came up with relevant points and a just cause, and look, there is a danger to people, and this, that, and the other, then fine. You know, I'm a reasonable person, but, you know, the fact is they haven't, and that's what's annoying. So, if you could write your letter of objection, ideally by postal letter. There's the address. Again, you can copy and paste it from the description box or by email. Get your objection in before the 27th of August. That's this month. Won't take you long to write a little objection. Some points and some example letters are in the crotch bar. Some points, some, you know, everything you should need to write a quick letter. Won't take you long. It's all bullet pointed. You can just copy and paste a few bits down. Doesn't have to be mega long. Doesn't have to be 3 A4 pages. Just a little letter saying I object and why. Do that for me. Be much grateful. Thanks a lot, guys.